So if you recently purchased a Mavic Mini 2 and you were curious about the obstacle avoidance, if you guys don't know by now, there is no full obstacle avoidance on the Mini 2. And I'm sure a lot of people want to be able to have something like Active Track, but even though it doesn't have obstacle avoidance and Active Track, it does still have a lot of smart functions on it. And one of those smart functions are QuickShots. Now, if you are familiar with DJI drones, then you know that QuickShots isn't anything really new. They've had it on their previous versions of the Mini as well as on the Air 2 and all the other ones in the past. But I know there's a lot of new flyers out there, so if you guys don't know, QuickShots are automated functions that allow the drone to do specific types of movement around the subject, and the subject ideally will be you. So in this video, what I want to do is just show you what those QuickShots are, how to engage them in the app, and show you a bunch of examples of how I was able to use them. And if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Anastacio. I do a lot of drone tech tips, tutorials, and product reviews right here on this channel. So if that's something that interests you, please consider subscribing and also hitting that bell to be notified when I post new videos. All right, we're getting all set up. Here is the DJI Mavic Mini. This is the Mini 2. Here's that case that it does come with if you do get the bundle, the Fly More combo, of course, always normally suggested to get because of the fact that you get a bunch of other things in here. You get the extra batteries. So definitely always a thing to more likely think about getting, especially the fact that you just want to have more batteries. Once you get to an area just like this where it's super nice, you don't want to just have one battery. And what I like about it is we do have the new controller here. And I think today we're just going to go out and do a lot of the intelligent flight modes, very similar to what we already had on the previous Mini as well as a lot of the other DJI drones, is it really to simplify your flights, and these intelligent flight modes really help you do that. So let's get this thing up in the air and let's test out some of those flight modes. And let's do a little compass cow. Hit start, pick them up. Issue here, I don't think we're gonna get much off of this bench here, but I think we should be okay. There you go. All right, compass calibration is all normal. Always want to make sure that you're calibrated, so we are good there. And I really like how quiet, it's actually a lot quieter than even the previous Mini, especially startup. It actually just starts real slow and then gradually picks up. So you don't have that initial startup kind of jolt that you used to have with the previous drones. Here we go. Gosh. Here we go with the very first one, and let's do a Dronie here at, we'll just go 250 feet out, select me as my target, and we are in 4K, so we go to camera, we are in auto flicker, resolution 4K, good there, good there. Leave it white balance as auto, that's not a problem. And we are highlighted here, as you can see, it is tracking me. So let's do a little Dronie, 200 feet out, 3, 2, 1. Bye. And right now I'm just leaving everything in auto mode just so that I can just get the shot. Of course, if you want to take full manual control, always suggested to do if you want to really dial in your exposure. For things like this, quick shots, leave it in auto. And once I'm able to dial it in, if I want to actually get a particular angle, particular shot, of course, you always want to switch over to manual mode, get your shutter right, get everything corrected as far as getting some natural motion blur in the video if you might need to add filters and things like that later. But just for the sake of doing this demonstration to show you the quick shots, throw everything in auto, 4K. Let's see what it looks like in this beautiful area here in Del Mar, California. Let's do rocket. Let's do rocket at 130 feet up in the air. Okay, go back here, select on me. I like to normally just move around a little bit just to make sure it's tracking you. Now hit start. 3, 2, 1. And here you go. Even if you're a little bit further away from the drone, it will make its way up and over you. So if you are a little bit further away, it'll actually fly a little bit towards you and up and over to get this top-down shot, which is absolutely gorgeous here, especially when you're in areas like this where, like I said, you have this rock formation, a lot of greenery, water in the background. Just makes it for a beautiful type of scenery when you're shooting something like these quick shots, and it makes it super easy as well. Circle is probably still one of my favorite ones, really because of the fact that you get a full breadth of what is around you. So with circle, what I want to do is bring this back a little bit, and you can actually choose which direction you want to go into, clockwise or counterclockwise. So I'm gonna bring this back a little bit. As long as it's tracking you, you're still able to get that circle in there. So let me bring it up. Keep me in the middle of the frame. And I think that's pretty good. I'm about 50 feet away, 20 feet up from where I am here. Let me go a little bit further actually, just so you can see a lot more of the area. All right, so here we go. We are in circle mode. Select me and move around a little bit. Hit start.
3, 2, 1.
Circle mode is definitely probably a staple shot that you're gonna wanna get pretty much anywhere you are. Right now it is going in a clockwise formation, but circle is definitely one of those ones that you always wanna get wherever you are. It's just a good foundational shot. It gives you a beautiful shot all the way around depending on what your landscape is, where you are, but definitely is one of the shots that you always want to get. Oh, that's awesome. That is smooth. So smooth. Now the circle, now let's go into Helix. Helix now brings you in a circle, but as it's doing a circle, what it does, it slowly rises and it goes a little bit further away. This as well as circle, like I mentioned, depending on where you are, these are always great foundational shots to get every single time you go out. So let's go into Helix. Let's choose our distance away. Let's go 160. Actually, let's go 200 feet away. Select my subject, which is me again. And what I like to do with Helix is actually bring it in a little bit closer to start, because of the fact it'll go up, out, and away. So I normally like to keep it a little bit closer, then it moves its way around. So here we go, hit start.
3, 2, 1.
Awesome. Look at that. Woo. Does not get much better than that. It is super quiet. I cannot hear a thing from this. And there you go. So we are out there and it is gonna return. That's the great thing about these quick shots. You let it run, you can pretty much do your thing, post up, and then it'll automatically return back to the home point. So Boomerang, what Boomerang does, it goes up a little bit higher and then comes back towards you to get a little bit lower of an angle. So it starts low, goes up high, and comes back down low. So let's do that one here. Select me as my target. Like I said, normally like to move around a little bit just to make sure it is tracking you. And we'll hit start.
3.
And here we go with Boomerang. And there it is. Those were the new quick shots on the new Mavic Mini 2. Woo! This oh, it is so quiet. I don't know. I gotta do a decimal check, but it's quiet. It's definitely quieter than the Mini 1. And that's about it, guys. Those are the quick shots on the new DJI Mini 2. So if the Mini 2 is your very first drone, make sure you guys check out a bunch of my other videos right here. I go through a lot of detail on the Mini 2. And not even just that, I have a bunch of step-by-step tutorials on what to do when you first get your drone, and also a video about the first steps you're gonna wanna take when you get your drone out for the very first time. I have a full Mini playlist on my channel, so make sure you guys check that out if you want a little bit more information. And I also have a bunch of links down below in the video description of just some ongoing discounts from a bunch of sponsors of the channel. Make sure you guys check that out down below. As always, if you guys got some value from this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified when I post new videos. This is Anastacio with FlytPath.com. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.